Boomer Sooner, everybody! My name's Harry James. So it's almost spring break, meaning that it's almost NCAA tournament time. But before the spring break, the NCAA allows conference championship weekends. And the final standings are in. On one bracket, you have Kansas, Iowa State, TCU, and our Oklahoma Sooners. Kansas the 1 seed, Iowa State the 4, Oklahoma State the 5, TCU the 8, and Oklahoma the 9. The other bracket, West Virginia the 2, Baylor the 3, Kansas State the 6. The 7th seed is Texas Tech, and the 10th seed is Texas. All right, guys, we'll preview the Big 12 Conference Championship. Only right here, Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Everybody, welcome back to the show. My name's Harry James. This is the preview for the Big 12 Conference Championship, and we'll start with the number 1 overall seed, and again, conference champion for what it seems like 1,000th year. Aren't you sick of seeing them on top? The Rock Chalk Jayhawks of Kansas. This season finishing 28-3, 16-2 as winning the Big 12 this year. Their best win this past season was their win against West Virginia in Lawrence, 84-80. Their coach is Bill Self, who is an 1885 grad from Oklahoma State. And he's been all around our lovely state of Oklahoma and Illinois and Kansas. We'll start in Tulsa up the road. We're from 83 to 86. He was at Oral Roberts, before going to UT, University of Tulsa, from 97 to 99, Illinois from 2000 to 2002, and 03 to present. He's been there for all these Big 12 regular season championships for the Rock Chalk Jayhawks of Kansas. Trying to keep Kansas number 1 in afloat, number 0, Frank Mason doing his part, as is number 11, Joshua Jackson. We'll start with number 0, Frank Mason, who averaged 20.3 points per ball game for the Jayhawks, while averaging 4.0 rebounds per ball game and 4.9 assists per ball game for the Hawks. While the Rock Chalk Jayhawks also have number 11, Joshua Jackson, who averages 16.3 points per ball game, 7.2 rebounds per ball game, and 3.0 assists per ball game for the Jayhawks. The next highest ranked opponent on Oklahoma's bracket is the fourth seed of Iowa State, who finished 21-10, 12-16 in Big 12 play. Their best win was probably their win against Kansas in Lawrence, 82-89, or 89-82, I guess I should say. Their head coach is Steve Prohm, who's the head coach from Alabama and graduated from there in 1997. And has had one other job. From 2011 to 2014, he was at Murray State before heading to Ames in 2015 to present. Helping him keep things well and good there for the 4th seed of Iowa State are number 11, Monte Morris, and number 15, Naz Long. We'll start with Monte Morris, who averages 16.2 points per ball game for the Iowa State Cyclones. Well, the Cyclones also have him averaging 4.6 rebounds per ball game and 6.2 assists per ball game for the Cyclones. While Naz Long averages 16.0 points per ball game, 4.7 assists, rebounds per ball game, and 2.8 assists per ball game for the Iowa State Cyclones. Those are your top seeds. There is actually one more top seed that will have an automatic bye on this division, and that's Oklahoma State, who finished 20-11, 9-9 in league play, dead even. Their best win in Morgantown against West Virginia, 82-75. Their head coach is Brad Underwood. He's the 1986 graduate from Kansas State, and has had one other coaching job on his resume. From 2013 to 2015, those 3 years, he was at Stephen F. Austin before heading to Oklahoma State. Helping him think things afloat there in Stillwater, dead even afloat, you get it? 2 players, number 1, Jawan Evans, and number 30, Jeffrey Carroll. We'll start with Jawan Evans, number 1, who averages 18.7 points per ball game for the Pokes, while averaging 3.3 rebounds per ball game and 6.3 assists per ball game for the Cowboys. Well, the Pokes also have number 30, Jeffrey Carroll, who averages 17.3 points per ball game for the Aggies, while averaging 6.6 rebounds and 1.3 assists per ball game for Oklahoma State. The 2 low seeds in the bracket, the 8-9 seeds, Oklahoma and TCU and Oklahoma respectively. We'll start with the Horned Frogs of TCU, who finished 17-12, 6-10 in Big 12 play. Their best win was in Fort Worth against Iowa State, 84-77, and their head coach is Jamie Dixon. He's a TCU guy from the year of 1987 graduate. This is not his first rodeo. From 2003 to 2015, he was at the University of Pittsburgh in the Big East and ACC before heading to TCU in 2016 to present. Their players to watch on their side of the low bracket: number 10, Vladimir Brodwinski, and number 11, Alex Robinson, the transfer from Texas A&M. We'll start with the big guy, Vladimir Brodwinski, who averages 13.8 points per ball game for the Frogs, while averaging 5.7 rebounds per ball game and 0.4 assists per ball game for TCU. While the Horned Frogs also have number 11, Alex Robinson, who averages 11.2 points per ball game, 2.8 rebounds per ball game, and 5.5 assists per ball game for the TCU Frogs. Horned Frogs, I'm sorry. The final low seed in this bracket, Oklahoma. They're the low dog on this half of the bracket. They have their best win is at West Virginia this last year, 87-89 in overtime against the TCU. They have a final record of just 10-19, I do believe, and a overall record in conference play, at least, I believe, of 9-9 would be for OUSU, right? Maybe 4-12, something like that. Not good, by the way. Their head coach is Lon Kruger, who's a 1974 grad from Kansas State, and has moved around quite a bit this time. 82-85, he was at Texas Pan American. 86-89, he was at Kansas State. 90-95, he's at the University of Florida. 96-99, he's at the University of Illinois. 2004-2010, he was at UNLV. In 2011 to present, he's been at the Oklahoma Sooners. Helping the Sooners try to stay positive, 2 players. Number 10, Jordan Woodard, who actually, against Iowa State, was his final regular season game. Didn't play in the final 3 or 4 games of the regular season, or in the 1 game in post play. Won't play in that one either. And number 20, Cameron McGusty. We'll start with Jordan Woodard, who averaged 14.6 points per ball game for the Sooners, while averaging 4.6 rebounds per ball game and 3.1 assists per ball game for the Sooners. While the Big 12 Newcomer of the Year honoree, Cameron McGusty, number 20, averaged 10.9 points per ball game for the Sooners, while averaging 2 rebounds per ball game and 0.9 assists per ball game for Oklahoma. That's the top half. The other bracket, the lower seeded bracket, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 10. 2 is West Virginia, the Mountaineers of West Virginia. 24-7, 12-6 in Big 12 play. Their best win was in Morgantown against Kansas, 85-69. And their head coach is the Huggy Bear, Bob Huggins, who was a 1987 grad from West Virginia. Trying to keep the current West Virginia teams afloat, number 2, Javon Carter, and number 23, Essa Ahmad. We'll start with number 2, Javon Carter, who averages 12.9 points per ball game for West Virginia, while averaging 5.0 rebounds per ball game and 4.0 assists per ball game for the Mountaineers. While the Mountain Men also have number 23, Essa Ahmad, who averages 11.4 points per ball game, 4.1 rebounds per ball game, and 1.6 assists per ball game for the Mountain Men of West Virginia. There is the other top brackets. The other top seed in the bracket is Baylor. That is 3 seed Baylor, who is 25-6 this year, 12-6 in Big 12 play last year. Their best win was in Waco against the aforementioned West Virginia Mountaineers, 71-62. Their head coach is Scotty Drew, who's a 1993 grad from Butler College. 2002, he was at Valparaiso before coming to Waco in 2003. Helping Baylor kind of keep things afloat there for Scott Drew on the court, 2 players, Jonathan Motley, number 5, and number 20, Manu Lecalamonte. We'll start with number 5, Jonathan Motley, who averages 17.5 points per ball game for the Waco Bears. We're averaging 10.0 rebounds per ball game and 2.4 assists per ball game for the Bears of Baylor. Also helping him keep things afloat there in Waco, number 20, Manu Lalente, who averages 12.4 points per ball game, 1.9 rebounds per ball game, and 4.0 assists per ball game for the Baylor Bears. The final team to have a bye, the final top seed in the bracket, 6th seed, is Kansas State, who finished 19-12, 8-10 in Big 12 play. Their best win at the aforementioned Baylor Bears, 56-46. Their head coach is Bruce Weber, who's a 1978 grad from the University of Milwaukee. He has been at a few other places. Southern Illinois is where he got his coaching career started, 1998 to 2002. He's at Southern Illinois, 2003 to 2011, he took over for Bill Self at Illinois from 2003 to 2011, and has been at Kansas State since 2012. Helping him keep things on top or level with everybody else, 2 players, Wesley Amandu, number 25, and number 3, Cameru Stokes, for number 3 for Kansas State. We'll start with 25, Wesley Amandu, who averages 12.6 points per ball game for the Wildcats. We're averaging 6.6 rebounds per ball game and 3.4 assists per ball game this season for Kansas State. While they also have Cameru Stokes, who averages 11.8 points per ball game last year, 2.6 rebounds per ball game, and 4.3 assists per ball game this season for the Wildcats of Kansas State. And of course, you have to have 2 low seeds in the bracket. Lowman on the totem pole on this side of the bracket, number 7, Texas Tech. And 10th seed is Texas. We'll start in Lubbock, where the Raiders of Texas Tech finished 18-13, 6-12 in Big 12 play. Their best win was in Lubbock, 71-59 over Iowa State. Their head coach is Chris Beard, 1995 grad from the University of Texas, and he's been at plenty of other places. He started at McMurray from 2012. 2013 and 2014, he was at Angelo State. 2015, he was at ULAR. That's University of Little Rock of Arkansas. And now is at his first big-time school, 2016 to present, he's at Texas Tech. Helping him keep things afloat there at Tech and on their way up, Keenan Evans, number 12, and number 11, Zach Smith. We'll start with number 12, Keenan Evans, who averages 15.5 points per ball game for the Raiders, while averaging 2.8 rebounds per ball game and 3.1 assists per ball game for the Raiders of Texas Tech. While the Raiders also have number 11, Zachary Smith, who averages 12.3 points per ball game, 7.2 rebounds per ball game, and 1.4 assists per ball game for the Raiders of Texas Tech. And finally, the low man on the totem pole, no pun intended, they really did finish at the bottom, Big Bad Texas. 21-12, 10-21, 4-14 in Big 12 play. They beat Iowa State by a field goal, 67-65 in Austin. Their head coach is Shaka Smart, who's a 1999 grad from Canyon University. He's been at one other school, 2009 to 2014. He was at Virginia Commonwealth before coming to Texas in 2015. And helping to keep the horns high, horns up, I should say, number 11, Tevin Mack, and number 31, Alan Jarrett. Number 0, Tevin Mack first. He averages 14.8 points per ball game for the Longhorns, while averaging 4.8 rebounds for the Horns and 0.8 assists per ball game for the UT Longhorns. The Big Bad Horns also have number 31, Alan Jarrett, who averages 13.6 points per ball game, 8.5 rebounds per ball game, and 0.8 assists per ball game for Texas. All right, guys, that will do it for the Big 12 Conference Championship Preview. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_OK. Y'all know all that, so you also know this. Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care. I'm out of here.